It's 10 Toes Tuesday. And today we're going to do a continuation of what we did last week. Last week I told you that I was adding some things, some new things to the videos that I'm working on. And so this is the first time that I'm seeing it. I waited until after my birthday. Don't know what's in this box. It should be a drone, but I'm not sure. Everybody has some type of knife or whatever in an unbox. Look, I don't have that. All I've got is this little Work Pro box cutter that I use to cut my trash with. But I think that it's important that we see what's inside. Now, I haven't opened this. As you can see, it's sealed. I don't know what is inside. It could be a paperweight for all I know. That's happened to me before in China, and I've got some stuff from China, and I will tell that story eventually. It was real messed up. It was about a PlayStation 4. But anyway, let's cut into this box and see what we have. I ordered a DJI Mini Pro 4 is what's supposed to be in here. And this is a drone that came out about a year or so ago. And what they raved about it to use for a bigger drone. I am planning to see what I can do with this drone and how it can help the channel, how it can help me possibly financially, or just to have fun. I don't know. We'll see. But I've got the box open. I got this off of eBay. And the reason I got this off of eBay was because when I went to Amazon, prices had jumped from a year ago before tariffs and things, from about $900 to $1,000. It jumped to $1,500, $1,600 when I was looking about a week ago, right before my birthday. Now it looks like a drone. It does. I'm gonna cut this. Well, before I do that, let me show you. This came from Korea. DJI Mini Pro 4 drone. I've got it off of eBay. I don't know if you can see that, but it says thank you for your purchase and all of that hubbubaloo. So let's cut into this bubble wrap, which my grandson, I found out, really loves bubble wrap when I went and saw him a couple days ago. Let's close this knife up so I don't cut myself. Let's see if this is actually a drone. Now again, this is the first time I'm seeing this, you're seeing this. I didn't know what was going to be in this box, but I waited until I got back to open it so that I could share this with you. Take a sip of my drink. So this came from South Korea by World Coal. They had very good reviews, 99% approval rating. And it says, my DJI product did not come with a standard warranty. Please purchase with appropriate DJI Care Refresh, which I will be getting at your local model and region, and register it within 48 hours after activating your drone. And then it says, thank you for your order. So that came with it. The Care Refresh package is like any other warranty. It will allow you to, if something happens to the drone, they'll either try to fix it or replace it. I'm not sure how much it is. It could be 20 bucks, it could be 200 bucks, it could be $4, but I'll let you know what it is. Now inside this box should be the drone, 3 batteries, and a RC2 controller. The RC2 controller is the one that you don't need in order to have the screen on it, basically. The other ones, you would have to use your phone. And you put your phone on the platform and you view your flight pattern from there and control it from there. But if you get text messages and phone calls, it just kind of messes everything up. Take off this wrapper. Look inside. Now before I go on, I found this on eBay for, I think it was $1,000 something. Yeah, pretty expensive item to play around with, and that's why I'm gonna see what kind of money, if any kind of money, I can make, use it as a hobby and use it for some of these videos to see if I can get better footage. You don't want to use it in the snow or the rain, high winds. There are some limitations. Not only that, you do need a license. So if you are going to use this for, let's say, recreational purposes, you have to get you have to go in and take a course in Ohio to get a recreational pilot license. I did that. It's free. Took me about a half an hour. I told Shar about it. I think she did it. But then if you are going to make any money or use the drone for any type of services, you have to take what they call a 107 course, drone course through the FAA to get your pilot license. Now, you just can't fly this thing anywhere, and that's why I wanted to bring this out the first time. We'll keep talking about it. You can experience everything that I go through with this drone. The next thing I'm going to work on is my 107 pilot license. I think it costs $175 for the test, and I think the course is about $150. So what does that put me at? That's what, $325 or so. That's not a bad price. If you don't have it, I just save for it. So some of this I'm going to be saving for. It is a big expense, but everything takes time. Remember, I told you it's building block A, and this is my building block A. Thing was getting the drone and finding out what I need to do to properly not get fined. And there's some huge fines if you get caught flying these over restricted airspace. Even in unrestricted airspace, you can only fly this 400 feet, I believe, is the top distance you can go. You have to abide by all the, not only federal laws, there's state laws and local laws. But so far, this is looking pretty slick, man. Look, I got a little bag, got a little strap on it to carry. Nicely put together. Nice little hardcode buttons that say DJI on the side. While I'm opening this, there's something going on with DJI right now. You can't get any of these off of the DJI site. And I just went on to look at the price, even on eBay. And now some of these drones, the same model, are going for $1,900 instead of that $900. So it's not only the tariffs, but because DJI has everything is out of stock. If you go to their site, they're hard to get. I was thinking about not opening this and just reselling it for that $1,900, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Inside the bag, it has strapped zippers. Zippers feel pretty good. There's two, so it goes left to right and right to left. Bag is kind of compartmentalized, and here is my controller. Let's take this out of here. I haven't charged anything yet or done anything to this. We'll take it out of the plastic. Okay. I'm not going to turn it on or anything, but it looks like this is the power button. I'm going to get used to the controls. It looks like I have to put, there should be some included little handles that I have to screw on to go up and down, left and right, and figure all this stuff out. And they're right here. So the little controllers on the back. I don't know if you can see this or not. Well, on the back of here, right here, they have a little housing for these little knobs. I don't know if you need to take those off when you're trying to put it back in the box or not, but let's screw these in. The knobs have these, before I do that, has these little grip parts that should be, if you press your thumb down really hard, it keeps your grip in whatever conditions you're going to be using this. And then this is the antennas. The antennas should raise up like this, and then you fold them back down when it's not in operation. Let me set this off to the side. Be very, very careful with that. And this looks like it's going to be my battery pack. All right. With that being said, they say that DJI possibly may be banned in the USA. I don't know how true that is. They said TikTok was going to be banned as well. They did that for a week or two. But from what I understand, the FAA has to do an audit. It's supposed to do an audit on these DJI drones to make sure that whatever information we are storing are not going to China's servers, and them not leaking any, we're not leaking any secrets, or they're not spying on us. But I have my opinions on that. So 2 batteries. This is the charging container. There's the power button right here, and then it looks like it's a USB-C, and then a USB to plug in and charge all 3 of them. I am guessing that the other battery is in the drone itself. It says right here that it's 249 grams, and why that is important is if you get a drone and it's under 249 grams, you can fly it as recreational, and you don't have to register it with the FAA. If it's over 249 grams, you automatically have to register that flying device with the FAA, and it has to have numbers and be registered, and it is considered like a plane, I guess. Really cheap from what I understand to get, which is $5. I will have to get that anyway, since I am planning to take the test and use this for monetary purposes. Now, pretty nicely wrapped. Now here we go. Here is the drone part. Looks like it comes with a little strap thing. It says please use a propeller holder to protect the propellers when storing. So I'm supposed to use this little strap right here. This is the button that pops off, that when I'm storing the drone, that I use this. Here's the drone. This cover comes off, and this is where the camera is. So this front lens comes off, and they say don't play with the lens until, don't play with the lens unless it is turned off. And it looks like arm pops out here. Now you got me nervous. Okay, here, no. Let's see how this thing goes. I don't want to tear up my new drone already. Okay. Flop that up. Flop this one up. And then these come out. It really looks like a little frog or something. Little bug eyes or a crab or something. Perfect for Cancer birthday, huh? On the back of here, yep, I was correct. Here is the battery that pulls out, if I can get it out. And it has two little tabs on the side that you press in to make it come out. Turn it on with this button right here. We're not going to do that right now. And I am going to just flap this back in place. Put the propellers, up. And we'll cinch this back on here. And it semi shows you how you should be. This should go. I'm gonna put these propellers back, put this down here, and then button it up. I'm not sure if the blades, I think the blades should go in there. But, so you guys knew that I was keeping it all the way 100 with you. This is what I was talking about. This was the thing, and I wanted to wait and share this experience with you guys. I'm excited. I don't know how you feel. Hopefully you're excited too. But we're gonna see how this all works out. It looks like these parts fit over the blades, kind of. I'm not sure how this fits on. I'll figure that part out a little later, because I don't want to be fumbling around with this through the whole video. But it seems pretty simple. Well, I can get it off with these wings. Put this here, and we'll just leave those off. Snap that here. Let's see how hard it is to get back in the bag. And I'm not used to this yet. Okay, the little wings flap down. I'll take these little remotes off, the little handles, figure out what to do with those. I dropped one. That's always fun. And so, hey, I just got done with my birthday. Just got back from South Carolina. Just got back yesterday. Late yesterday, and I couldn't wait. I was chomping at the bit to share this with you guys. So there should be a lot more to come once I get my license and everything kind of taken care of. Hoping it's not going to take long, but it could take a few weeks. So let's see if this zips back up. Yeah, it goes back in the case. See if there's anything else. There's a little side pocket here. I'm not sure what that's for. Little pocket on the inside of this thing. Oh, there's nothing in there. I think this is for extra storage or whatever. But it's pretty cool. Let's see what else it has. Okay, the little tag on the side just gives you some more information in a few different languages. I'm excited about it. Hey, I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting to open this. I'm gonna keep it 10 toes down with you guys. It's gonna take a little bit to get this up and going. I did get a lot of footage while I was out in South Carolina. Let me come a little closer. I did get a lot of footage while I was in South Carolina, and I'm it should be out in a day or so. I'm really excited about that. If you're looking for a drone, I would suggest going to eBay. $1,700 when eBay has them for about $1,000, or get a used one. That's an option too. I don't think that you can go wrong if you want to do aerial footage. Just remember that, at least in Ohio, you have to get a recreational license in order to recreationally fly a drone for fun. If you plan to make money, then you will need to get your pilot's license. The things that they say you can make money off of is like, I referee, so the only thing I can think of is like, you go to these soccer tournaments, you get aerial footage, and you can sell off some of that footage. Realtors, that's another one. Homes that are showcased where you're seeing the inside and the outside where it raises up and you can see all the property lines and things. Surveying, they say it was good. Construction, churches and things like that need drone footage. There's a lot of different niches that need drone pilots, and everyone is not equipped to do it. Now, if you don't take that 107 and they catch you, you can get fined. If you don't adhere to the airspace regulations, you can get fined. And those fines are $5,000 or so, all the way up to like, I think it's like 500,000 and a year in jail. Which they say that about a lot of stuff, but I don't want to be the one that they make the example out of, and I get a heavy fine. So I'm really taking my time finding out all the websites that I need to go to find out about restricted and unrestricted airspace, where I can fly, where I can't fly, checking everything so that I don't damage my investment. And with that, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go plug this in, charge it up, and I will take you step by step through what I'm doing. So once I get it charged up, we'll go through that and see specs for that. Upcoming videos that are coming up are going to be, got a couple gun videos that they're bangers. Hey, no pun intended, but pun intended. They're bangers that are coming out. Pay attention for some of those. Pay attention to some of the old man rants that are coming up. And other than that, we're just going to have fun continuing with the 10 Toes Tuesdays and some other review videos. So that's what's coming up here in the next week or so. I'm trying to, now that I have a stockpile of a few videos, we should be good on some things. And with that, until next time, and there will be a next time. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one. Big Onk out.